In 1932, families survived harsh winters on meals that cost pennies, with digestive systems built from humble roots rather than expensive pharmacy probiotics. They did not have fancy gut health supplements, yet they possessed a resilient digestion that doctors today envy. Their secret was not superior genetics. It was a simple $1 pantry staple that we have foolishly replaced with processed garbage. And now, researchers at the University of Colorado confirm this Depression-era staple actually heals the gut lining faster than modern medications. Before we begin, tell us in the comments what your grandmother used to cook for you when you were a child. We are reading and replying to every single comment with personalized tips for your situation. So now let us go back in time to fix your health, starting with number 4. Number 4. The prebiotic leftover, cooled boiled potatoes. Grandma's potato salad was not just a cheap side dish to feed a large family during lean years. It was silently acting as a powerful medicinal fertilizer for their intestinal microbiome. Today we know that the simple act of chilling a boiled root vegetable completely alters its molecular structure. Researchers at the University of Colorado School of Medicine discovered that cooling potatoes retrogrades the starch and transforms it from a high glycemic carbohydrate into something called resistant starch. This resistant starch, which is a unique type of fiber, completely bypasses digestion in the small intestine because its crystalline structure resists human digestive enzymes. It arrives entirely intact in your colon, where it becomes the absolute favorite food for beneficial bifidobacteria. These bacteria ferment the starch and produce butyrate, which is a short-chain fatty acid that serves as the primary fuel source for your colon cells. For seniors struggling with a leaky gut, this butyrate acts as a potent anti-inflammatory agent that repairs the mucosal barrier. Modern diets serve everything hot and easily digestible, which starves these crucial lower gut bacteria and leads to chronic inflammation. By eating cold leftovers, our ancestors were inadvertently dosing their families with one of the most powerful prebiotics available on the planet. To harness this biological loophole, you must follow a specific thermal process. You need to boil 3 medium white potatoes until they are fork tender. Do not eat them immediately because the starches are still rapidly digestible. Instead, you must place them in the refrigerator for at least 24 hours to allow the molecular retrogradation to occur completely. The next day, you can dice half of a cold potato and mix it with a teaspoon of olive oil and a pinch of salt. Eat this half-cup serving alongside your lunch 3 times a week. The chilling process locks in the resistant starch so effectively that even if you gently reheat the potatoes later, they retain their gut-healing properties. This single-dollar vegetable will stabilize your digestion and reduce systemic inflammation within 2 weeks. Before we continue, smash that like button and subscribe right now. Don't miss the life-changing tips still ahead. Number 3. The mucosa mender, stewed apples with cinnamon. In the autumn of the 1950s, families simmered pots of cheap orchard apples on the stove to preserve them for the harsh winter. But while this dark mush was viewed as a basic sweet treat, it was actually functioning as a soothing medicinal bandage for the digestive tract. The crucial shift happens because the application of low, slow heat chemically deconstructs the tough cell walls of the fruit. Researchers from the University of Reading Department of Food and Nutritional Sciences found that this heating process releases a massive amount of pectin, which is a highly specialized soluble fiber. As the human body ages past 60, the delicate mucosal lining of the gut naturally thins out and loses its structural integrity. This thinning allows microscopic pathogens and undigested food particles to penetrate the barrier and enter the bloodstream. Pectin directly combats this dangerous deterioration by creating a thick protective gel that literally coats the entire intestinal wall. Clinical data shows that this specific fiber upregulates the genetic expression of intestinal tight junction proteins like occludin, which act as the molecular glue that seals the gut lining shut. Furthermore, the unique polyphenols trapped in the apple skin lower the ratio of firmicutes to bacteroidetes in your gut, which reverses metabolic aging and prevents age-related weight gain. Many seniors simply cannot handle the harsh mechanical scraping of raw vegetable fiber. Stewed apples provide a gentle and deeply warming solution that heals the tissue without causing bloating or digestive distress. You must purchase 3 common red apples and leave the skins entirely intact because the skin holds the vital polyphenols. Core and chop the apples into small cubes and place them in a saucepan with 1/4 cup of filtered water. Simmer the mixture on low heat for exactly 15 minutes until the fruit breaks down into a soft and glossy compote. Sprinkle 1/2 teaspoon of Ceylon cinnamon over the top, which adds additional antimicrobial properties that clean the upper digestive tract. Consume 1/2 cup of this warm mixture 30 minutes before your heaviest meal of the day. The pectin gel will prime your stomach and protect your intestinal walls from any inflammatory compounds in your dinner. You will notice a profound reduction in acid reflux and post-meal discomfort within just 4 days. But get ready, because the next item repairs cellular damage at a speed that baffles modern doctors. Number 2. The ulcer fixer, savory cabbage stew. European grandmothers during the post-war era relied heavily on enormous pots of braised cabbage because it was the only vegetable that survived the winter frost. They viewed it as peasant food, but this humble stew was secretly delivering a massive pharmacological dose of tissue-regenerating compounds. The biological magic of cabbage lies in its incredibly dense concentration of an amino acid called L-glutamine and a sulfur compound historically known as vitamin U. Researchers at the Stanford University School of Medicine conducted groundbreaking studies demonstrating that fresh cabbage compounds could heal severe peptic ulcers in a matter of days. The cells lining your small intestine, which are called enterocytes, possess an unusual metabolism because they prefer to use glutamine for energy rather than glucose. Cabbage provides this specific amino acid in a highly bioavailable form. Your intestinal cells die and regenerate completely every 4 to 5 days, which requires an enormous amount of raw chemical material. When seniors consume daily medications like aspirin or ibuprofen, these drugs severely erode the stomach lining and slow down this natural regeneration process. Cabbage stew delivers the exact concentrated building blocks needed to reconstruct this damaged tissue at an accelerated speed. The sulfur-based methylmethionine directly targets mucosal lesions and stimulates rapid cellular repair while simultaneously suppressing harmful bacteria in the stomach. This makes cabbage the single most direct and aggressive nutritional intervention for the age-related tissue thinning that causes chronic digestive pain. To extract these healing compounds without causing gas, you must cook the vegetable thoroughly. Take half of a dense green cabbage and shred it finely. Sauté the shreds in a tablespoon of grass-fed butter for 5 minutes to break down the tough outer fibers. Add 1 cup of low-sodium chicken broth and cover the pan, allowing the mixture to braise on low heat for 25 minutes. The slow braising process destroys the complex sugars that cause flatulence while preserving the heat-stable glutamine. Eat 1 generous cup of this savory stew alongside your dinner at least twice a week. You are essentially eating a biological repair patch that binds directly to the thinned areas of your stomach and intestines. Within a week, you will experience a dramatic decrease in gnawing stomach pains and a newfound tolerance for foods you thought you had to give up forever. Now prepare yourself, because our final food is the absolute pinnacle of forgotten ancestral wisdom. Number 1. The Southern Serum, pot liquor. Generations of hard-working Southern farmers survived grueling physical labor by drinking the murky dark water left at the bottom of the pot after boiling thick bitter greens. They called this dark broth pot liquor, and while wealthy people threw this water down the drain, the working class was unknowingly consuming the ultimate life-extending serum. Intense boiling breaks down the tough plant cellulose and forces all the elemental nutrients to leach directly into the surrounding water. Researchers at the Louisiana State University Agricultural Center confirmed that this specific leftover broth is a nutritional powerhouse that functions as a highly concentrated biological electrolyte solution. As you age, your stomach naturally produces significantly less hydrochloric acid, which is medically known as hypochlorhydria. Because of this low stomach acid, your body struggles immensely to break down solid fibrous foods and extract the essential minerals locked inside them. This dark green serum completely bypasses the need for mechanical digestion in your stomach. It delivers an immediate and massive bolus of dissolved potassium, magnesium, and vitamin K directly into your small intestine for instant absorption. The magnesium acts as a powerful osmotic agent that draws water into your colon and stimulates smooth bowel motility without the harsh cramping caused by chemical laxatives. Simultaneously, the massive dose of vitamin K is absorbed instantly to direct calcium away from your fragile arteries and back into your aging bones. This liquid is the absolute pinnacle of vintage wisdom because it transforms wastewater into a highly absorbable gut healer that requires zero digestive effort from an exhausted senior body. You can easily create this medicinal serum in your own kitchen for pennies. Submerge one thoroughly washed bunch of organic collard greens in a large pot containing 4 cups of filtered water and bring it to a rolling boil. Reduce the heat and let the greens simmer for 45 minutes until the water turns a deep dark green. Remove the greens and pour the remaining liquid through a fine mesh strainer into a large glass mason jar. You must drink exactly 4 ounces of this potent dark liquid every morning on an empty stomach before you consume your coffee or breakfast. The dissolved minerals will immediately hydrate your intestinal cells and trigger a gentle natural bowel movement within an hour. This ancient serum will restore your internal mineral balance and provide a deep foundational strength that modern supplements simply cannot replicate. Now that you understand the shocking biological power of these 4 Depression-era foods, you realize that true healing does not come from a pharmaceutical laboratory. It comes from returning to the foundational wisdom that human bodies relied on for centuries before the invention of processed convenience foods. Your aging digestive system is not irreparably broken or destined to fail simply because you have crossed the threshold of 60 or 70 years old. It is incredibly resilient and constantly searching for the correct chemical building blocks to repair itself. When you provide it with properly prepared resistant starches, soothing pectin, tissue-building glutamine, and pre-digested liquid minerals, you give your cells exactly what they need to rebuild your vitality from the inside out. You have the power to stop the agonizing bloat, the unpredictable digestion, and the exhausting fatigue by making these simple $1 changes to your daily routine. Which of these 4 ancestral gut healers are you most excited to try first? Do you believe that the old ways of cooking hold the secret to longevity that modern medicine has forgotten? Share your thoughts and your family traditions in the comments below, because we love learning from your incredible life experiences. Thank you for watching, and we will see you in the next video.